Imagine that I'm downtown, just walking around, going shopping, which I never do, but it's a story, so work with me here. So I'm walking around, and I notice Shelly on the other side of the street. She just happens to be down there at the same time. And I holler to her, but she can't hear me because there's so much noise with the cars and stuff. And I can't run across the street to greet her because there's too many cars. And so I'm just going to watch her, and I'll wait till we get to the street corners, and then I'll cross over and greet her. So I'm fondly watching my wife, and as I am watching her, she comes upon a panhandler, a guy in a wheelchair. Looks like he's a veteran or something. He's wearing a veteran's cap. He's selling these little pencils with flags on the top, and he's got a jar to put money in. And as I'm seeing Shelly approach this man, I'm thinking, oh, she's probably going to empty her wallet. I know my wife. I've been married 37 years, and I know her to be so generous and so compassionate. She's probably going to give this guy more than we can afford. But imagine if, as I'm watching her, she approaches this man, and when she gets up to him, she all of a sudden just lets out this blood-curdling scream in this guy's face, starts calling him names, and then smashes his pencils out into the street and smashes his money jar in the other direction, and then takes off the guy's cap and slaps him in the face, and then kicks over his wheelchair, and then takes off running. I'd be like, whoa! Menopause is one thing, but this is going out of control. Just kidding. Oh, it's like, what on earth? And I know that's my wife. I had a clear view of her, but how should I process this? Now, on the one hand, I could think to myself, gosh, 37 years of marriage, and you think you know somebody, and turns out she's got this cruel streak in her. She's probably been sneaking out on Friday afternoons to abuse panhandlers my whole marriage. I could think that. But see, that'd be unfaithful to my marriage. It calls into question the authenticity of our relationship. I know my wife, and there's not a cruel streak in her. So if I'm confident in her character, the only alternative then is to assume that something else was going on here.